Hi, this is Catherine Haar, and I'll be narrating Chapter 4, The Writing Process, Prewriting, Part 2. What is listing? Making a list is something that many people do to keep track of things they want to accomplish. Listing is a technique you can also apply to essay writing to help you to brainstorm ideas and examples and/or to keep track of points you know you want to include in your essay. Listing is an open-ended pre-writing technique similar to free writing and clustering that helps you generate content for an essay. Why is it important? When you're just beginning to write an essay, rather than making a formal outline, you can make a list. A list is a very user-friendly technique because there are no set rules to follow other than one thing following another. The process of listing points to include in your essay can be a form of brainstorming. As you write, you think of more ideas and examples to include. A list can also help you organize your content before you start your first draft. How do I do it? Start with a blank piece of paper or computer screen. Stay focused by keeping your essay prompt, assignment guideline, or a copy of an annotated text next to you that you can refer to. Begin making a list of everything you think you would like to write about to fulfill this assignment or to respond to the text. Don't worry if the items on your list are not in any logical order. You may want to use keywords or phrases. It's not necessary to write in complete sentences. Using a bullet list format is helpful. Once you've made your list, you can go back and organize it into logical units. For example, you can use a numbering system to indicate what you want to include in your intro paragraph, your body paragraphs, and your conclusion. You can also take notes about quotes, examples, or other supporting information you want to research and add in to fill out your points. You may find it useful to make a second, more detailed list, or you may decide to turn your list, once it is full enough, into an outline. You may also want to group related points that will go into different paragraphs: intro, body paragraphs, concluding paragraph. Example. Here are some examples of listing using Douglas and the ideas that came from the stages of free writing, journalist questions, and brainstorming. Idea. Slavery harmed the mistress as much as it did the slaves. The mistress changed, tender-hearted to mean. She took the newspaper away from him so he couldn't read. Idea. Frederick Douglass used more than one way to learn to read and write. He started learning with the mistress. He read the newspaper. He got white kids in the neighborhood to teach him. Idea. Learning to read changed Douglass forever, became intolerant of slavery. Read Sheridan and saw good arguments against slavery. Saw slave owners as robbers stealing his people from Africa. He hated, abhor, and detest his enslavers. Idea. Learning to read and think gave Douglass a vision of freedom. He felt discontentment. Silver trump of freedom had roused my soul to eternal wakefulness. Practice. Listing practice. In response to Chapter 7 in Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, or your most recently assigned text, do the following. Make a list of main points in the reading. Leave space under each main point for 2 to 3 examples that support the idea. You can put the examples in after you've come up with at least 3 to 5 main points. Pause here and do the practice. What is clustering mapping? Clustering, also known as mapping, provides a mental picture of the ideas you generate and how they connect to each other. Key concepts and then supporting details. Where you place ideas on the page shows their relationship to each other. Ideas placed closer to the middle are the overarching key concepts that unify seemingly disparate ideas and details. Why is it important? It works particularly well for visual learners. It helps you to see the most important ideas. It helps you to see how ideas are related. It helps you organize your ideas. It helps you start to see potential paragraphs forming. How do I do it? To create a cluster, first write your topic or question in the middle of the page and draw a circle around it. Then write the key concepts that respond to the writing task drawing a line that links each to the main circle. For each key concept, write the supporting details that relate, drawing lines that link them to the key concept. All should be expressed in phrases that capture the essence of the idea. How do I do it? To create a cluster, first write your topic or question in the middle of the page and draw a circle around it. Then write the key concepts that respond to the writing task, drawing a line that links each to the main circle. For each key concept, write the supporting details that relate, drawing lines that link them to the key concept. All should be expressed in phrases that capture the essence of the idea. Example: topic, reading and writing as dangerous. Key concept, denied slaves education to control them. Douglas was tortured but freed from learning to read. Others also denied education. Supporting details: Mr. and Mrs. Hugh forbid Douglas becoming literate. States passed laws making it illegal to teach slaves to read or write. Awareness through reading brought Douglas despair, also liberated him, and he turned anger into action. Kids in inner city school in U.S. denied an equal education. Mukhtar Mai, like other rural Pakistani women, not allowed an education. Practice. Clustering practice. In response to Chapter 7, A Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, or your most recently assigned text, create a cluster map. Pause here and do the practice. That concludes Part 2, Chapter 4, The Writing Process, Prewriting.